Thanks for tuning in to The Big Idea with Michael Anderson. And today we're talking transportation. We have Tom Wittig, General Manager with RATP Dev, Roadrunner, in studio. We hope to make the next 30 minutes a very good investment of your time. Today's show is brought to you by Geico Local Office, car and homeowners insurance for the 805. See if you can save up to 15%. Call Greg Mock of Geico Local Office, 805-487-7847. And today we're going to be talking about transportation. We have Tom Wittig, General Manager of RATP Dev, a Roadrunner, in studio. He's born in Wisconsin, from the Wisconsin area, but he is the General Manager here now. They have over 350 employees here in Ventura County, headquartered in Camarillo. We're going to be talking about some community partnerships they have, the lines of business that they run in terms of transportation, partnerships with Ventura County Transportation and others. We're also going to be talking about technology and how Uber and Lyft are making an impact in transportation, and in general, traffic. How is that going? So a good show for you all today we have right here. Without further ado, we'll get into the interview. Tom Wittig, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me here today, Michael. Appreciate it.
So I first want to talk about this community partnership. Over the holidays, Food Share and Roadrunner, you guys partnered to do this wonderful Food Share Roadrunner event. I want to first talk about that because it does go until the end of January. Tell me about this partnership.
Correct. We started in early December, mainly focused from the get-go as a holiday food drive, but we also wanted to make sure we expanded it into really a community event. That's why we're running it till the end of January. And we partnered and collaborated with Monica White. Her current role is leading the Food Share, which is the largest food bank in our region here in Ventura County. And we've worked with Monica in her marketing role at the Ventura County Star, and we know her. She values partnerships and working with the community. So again, like I mentioned, not just the holiday aspect of it, of the food drive, but we've had some situations, events in our county with the fires and things that have gone on that really the community has just come really close together. And we wanted to partner with Monica on that because her home was damaged in the Thomas fire in December of last year. So we felt this was a great partnership. We wanted to make sure and get out that during the period of all the way through December to the end of January, currently going on, that non-perishable items are very welcomed, and we're promoting on our airport road shuttle service, our charter service, the city of Camarillo for our dial-a-ride, and trolley folks are donating as well. So it's just been a really good event. Now, we're going to do this till the end of January, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a reception and a check presentation at Monica's home, and RATP Dev is going to match all donations.
That's
so
wonderful.
Up to $5,000. So we're excited about that. Yeah.
For anyone listening, you can get more information about that partnership and donate. Go to rrshuttle.com to get more information about that partnership with Food Share and RATP Dev Roadrunner. That is wonderful, Tom. Let's go into Roadrunner and the big lines of business that you guys have. Obviously, you guys have, and I see these vans all the time driving on the freeway, but that's not all that Roadrunner is. It's much, much more. You have 350 employees. Give us an overview.
Sure. We've got a lot of exciting business models and community relations throughout Ventura County, into Santa Barbara and into Los Angeles County. First and foremost, very visible, is our relationship with VCTC, Ventura County Transit. You see the big blue buses out there, the intercity lines? We are the managers of that system with our relationship and partnership with VCTC. So that's very visible for us. Also on the public transit side, we operate for the city of Camarillo the dial-a-ride service, the trolley service. We have that excellent relationship as well in Camarillo. And then we have lots of different contracts, very important contracts in community relations with like Tri-Counties R&D, VCBH, getting involved with our seniors, our persons with disabilities, and some fantastic relations that we have. Amgen on more on a business side. Lots of schools we're contracted with for charters, getting that football team or basketball team where they have to go safely. And then the other thing where you probably see a lot of our vehicles, especially if you're a frequent person, individual on the 101 or 405, you'll see our vans, our Roadrunner vans. Our airport shuttle service business is very important. Transporting folks with our ride share, which is, for cost savings, you can make a reservation and ride with other folks scheduled going to LAX or Burbank or Long Beach, and vice versa.
So there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you more, and maybe you can give a deeper overview with this idea that disabilities and people with health issues and how you have programs to help get them where they need to be. My mom herself had dialysis for 7 years, and it was a real struggle to get to those appointments regularly, and she was able to do it. But I could see that's a need for many in our community that are aging, and that transportation is a real issue. How do you help with that problem?
Well, what's really important is, the public agencies as well throughout Ventura County, whether it's VCTC or Gold Coast and Oxnard and throughout the communities, Thousand Oaks Transit. We're all big partners in making available paratransit services for individuals who cannot use the regular fixed route bus service, okay? And so to get into the basic concept, that's very important that all of these public agencies do that, because they want to, and of course it's a federal requirement, but it's important. Then it's important to mention that if you don't live within a 3/4 mile radius of a fixed route, a bus stop, whether it's VCTC or Gold Coast, you're not eligible for that so-called public transit side of paratransit services. That's where we come in with our contracts, like with VCBH and Tri-Counties. We schedule up routes and appointments and reservations for people in the outer areas of Ventura County to get to their appointments, to get to their doctor appointments, to give them that independence and freedom for transportation. And we're really proud of those contracts. So I can proudly say that I believe Ventura County is fully engaged with every member of the community that needs transportation one way or the other.
I like hearing that. And another thing you mentioned about the VCTC and public transit is a public thing. You're a private company. This is a public-private partnership that you guys have established. It's a theme we've seen a lot. Sometimes in the public sector, they don't manage a certain area well, so they partner with a private that has more maybe experience or can do things a little differently to manage it better and make something that's unprofitable profitable. How difficult has that been? How has that worked out for you, taking on a big task like that that's been a burden for the public sector?
Well, it's exciting, on the private side and collaborating with the public side. It's the exciting aspect of it is the taxpayers want the biggest bang for their dollar. They want the most productivity for what they're paying for transportation, and how can we support that? So we collaborate, we partner. I'm proud to say that VCTC and Camarillo on the public side, they have us involved helping make some decisions. Customer service is extremely important to everybody involved. So it's one big collaboration. We all know the importance of the tax dollar. We all know the importance of the individuals and folks that need to use our service. Our goal, number one goal, is a safe ride, giving them really good service.
We're talking with Tom Wittig. He's the general manager of RATP Dev, Roadrunner. This is the shuttle service, transportation service, headquartered in Camarillo. They have 350 employees in Ventura County. Let's talk about kind of the elephant in the room. The obvious question listeners at home are thinking about is how has this Uber and Lyft, how has that impacted your business? What effects are you seeing with this technology?
Who? No, right. I'm just kidding. No, really, the reality of it is there's Uber and there's Lyfts. And what basically we look at that as almost a lot to our advantage. They're a great service, don't get me wrong, okay? But what are you really getting into when you get into that vehicle? Uber and Lyft, is that driver licensed? Is he drug screened? These are all no answers, okay? What kind of real background check is done? And an important thing is, I'm just going to give you a quick scenario on that, is a lot of these drivers will work many, many hours, 14 to 16 hours a day. Now, when you land at LAX and you get an Uber, and that driver that's already been driving for 14 hours, and you say, now I want to go out to Camarillo, out to Ventura County, that might not be a very safe ride, okay? So the difference there is, yeah, you get the price is reasonable. I think we all know that. But you're putting some significant risk when you get into their vehicles. That's a fact. So with Roadrunner, when you use our service, our drivers are drug tested, significant training, backup training, customer service training. We're only allowed to drive so many hours, okay, to get their rest. So there's a lot, and we're insured. we're positively insured. So there's a lot of reasons to use Roadrunner for your transportation services to the airport in particular.
It's interesting because that's a model we talk about sometimes. The idea of technology is disrupting segments of the business. We've seen it disrupt taxis in a big way with Uber and Lyft, but in other ways, technology is disrupting older industries. And in this case, it's disrupting the industry, but not so much entirely your industry. So like if someone was at the bars and having drinks, they wouldn't call Roadrunner like, hey, come give me a ride home. Not necessarily. But now they're doing that with Uber. So it's kind of but for the ride to the airport, or where it's a group and you need 10 people, it's, or other reasons you want that safety and security and insured, so it's interesting to see technology make changes, but also not impact, things in an extremely big way. How has the advent of technology coming forward had you impacted you guys embracing technology more? Are you starting to do more with technology through your company?
Oh, absolutely. We have revamped up our app for Roadrunner. I'll give you an example. You can just go on, use our app, set your reservation, pay for your reservation well ahead of time for airport services. Let's say you arrive at LAX or Burbank, and in LAX in particular, and you say, son of a gun, I forgot to make my reservation. You can just do a spot on the app. And also, we have live on-track where your vehicle is doing the loop around LAX. So you go out to Terminal 3. You've already notified our dispatch that you've arrived, or we already probably know that you have arrived. And you'll be able to go right on our app using that technology to see where the vehicle is on that loop. Because what we do with airport, it's scheduled loops on an hourly basis, starting at Terminal 1 all the way through 7. That's one way we use the technology. We've updated our website, our shuttle, to really educate our passengers on who we are. We're moving forward with that as well. So some exciting things that we're doing.
And another thing, as we're talking about transportation, and we're talking with Tom Wittig, he's a general manager with RATP Dev, Roadrunner. Traffic on the 101 freeway through Ventura County, it seems like it's getting increasingly more frustrating at times. And I know there's been a big issue. What can you share with our listeners about traffic?
Well, it's there. I think we all recognize that. The 101, if you go to the 405 or if you're heading down towards even Glendale and Pasadena, it's going to be there. Nowadays, you just really, if you're going to use your personal automobile, you got to really plan on trying to find those pockets of where it's going to be less traffic. We are always trying to figure out ways on how we can better use those resources. A lot of times to go to LAX, as an example, we know the times to use the Pacific Coast Highway might be more of an advantage for us. Unfortunately, we're not in a decision-making process of being able to add bus rapid transit lanes on the 101. That, in my fantasy world, I think we'd all love to see bus rapid transit on the 101 and 405. We all know the diamond lanes on the 405, but they really aren't any more of a help for buses. So in the planning processes over the next 10 years, hopefully there'll be opportunities to look at bus rapid transit and some other optional ways other than expanding lanes,
Are you guys using those essentially traffic technology to say, we're optimizing the route, we're going to have you take this route instead of that route, or there's it's a faster route if we, tell us about that. How does that work?
Glad you mentioned that, because a lot of our passengers are Simi Valley, Moore Park, that area. A lot of times what we'll do as well, in particular, when we had the fires or there's some things going on throughout the county, we have the technology to say, okay, we're going to jump onto the PCH, or we're going to move around off the 23 and go the back way on the 126 to get our passengers, our customers, to the airport faster or to their destination faster. So we do have those tools. We just don't automatically say, all right, well, it's 3 o'clock, we're going to just stick on the 101 and sit here. So we try to look for options.
And then as far as transportation in the county, just in general transportation choices that you see, if someone trying to get from here to LAX or here to Burbank, I know I've taken the train a few times.
Yeah.
And, in some ways that works nice, but it's only like 2 times a day. I have to figure out if I can find a flight that will coincide with the time of the train. What other improvements or different modes of transportation are you seeing? And actually, let me preface it this way. Before you answer that question, let me ask you a pre-question to that.
Okay.
People talk about self-driving cars.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about self-driving cars? Is that something we might see in the future? And if so, maybe when?
I think it's definitely something you're going to see in the future. I think, it's no question that that's coming. When? Certainly within the next 10 years. I don't think that's a stretch to say that. I think the experiments and the analysis on driverless buses has already started.
Right. I know they have trucks like semis on some roads. They're testing.
RATP Dev is building solid relations, like our contract in Austin, Texas. We're working with the client with Capital Metro on ways that to bring that technology in. Ventura County, it's going to be a discussion down the road. It's going to be. I mean, that's the reality. When is it going to happen? I think my best answer for that is when everyone is 100%, it's safe and really is efficient, and that's when it will happen.
Well, it's fascinating. I mean, technology works this way. You look at back in 1969, nobody thought they'd have a computer in their home.
Thank you.
Or a cell phone, carrying in their pocket. Or there's just no concept of where we're going until we're there.
Yeah, it's probably the same conversation if I was on the radio show with you in 1920 right now, if we went back in time and they were talking about airplanes. Okay?
Yeah, right.
When do you think that plane is going to be able to get from Los Angeles to New York in 5 hours? Same conversation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good point. Very good point. Yeah. We're talking with Tom Wittig. He's the general manager, RATP Dev, Roadrunner. I want to ask you about RATP Dev. This is a bigger company. Give our listeners a background of what this company is and what you guys do, what your landscape is.
Our worldwide headquarters are in Paris, RATP Dev. Our corporate North American headquarters, United States, is in Fort Worth, Texas. We contract with public agencies and communities for transportation services. Fixed route, which is scheduled big bus service. We have some significant contracts in Austin, Texas, here in Camarillo, of course. We do the D.C. circulator in Washington, D.C., and we just expanded up to Santa Maria as well, which is we really enjoy our partnership up in Santa Maria. So we do the fixed route bus service, we do paratransit services that we talked a little bit about, we do some college university shuttles, and we also do partner with some of the national parks that we're really excited about, such as Rocky Mountain National Park, Zion National Park, for providing the shuttle services. So a wide variety of transportation services.
And we're talking with Tom Wittig. Tell us about the community partnership. I want to finish with that and then give you the chance to share anything you'd like with our listeners. But we talked about at the beginning of the show, the community partnership with Food Share and Roadrunner that is ending at the end of January. So you can try and get your partnership in, whether it's donating some canned foods or otherwise. You can get more information at rrshuttle.com. Tom, before we close, I'll give you the final word. What would you like to share?
Well, again, thank you for having me here. We're really excited about the food drive. We're really excited about what we offer to the community, our partnership and collaboration, getting folks where they have to go throughout Ventura County. Whether you're young, older, whatever your transportation needs are, we're really excited to be part of that whole organization and partnership. Yeah.
Our feature interview today is Tom Wittig, General Manager, RATP Dev, Roadrunner. You can get more information at rrshuttle.com. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Now it's time for the Nonprofit Spotlight with your host, Michael Anderson.
Nonprofit Spotlight. Here's a local group we want you to know about, Nonprofit Spotlight. Today's Spotlight is brought to you by Era Energy, powered by safety, innovation, and community. We help keep California moving forward. Well, you know, Spence, you've heard of the Ronald McDonald Foundation, the Ronald McDonald. They have the Ronald McDonald Family Room that's going to be coming soon at the Ventura County Medical Center. It's a wonderful thing that they've developed for families dealing with medical issues, and they have a family room inside the Ventura County Medical Center where these families will be able to stay and be with each other. And Ronald McDonald is coming in to sponsor and be a really big player in making that happen. It's a wonderful thing. There's a fundraiser that's coming up. It's on Sunday, April 7th. It's going to be a walk for kids, #Walk for Kids. And that is a partnership with Ronald McDonald and also the Ventura County Medical Center. So mark your calendars for Sunday, April 7th. You can get information at walkforkids.org. You know, Spence, when you think about it and you think about the stuff as we try and make good things happen in our community, it's partnerships like this. And it's the community kind of embracing like, yes, this is a good thing. How can I help? And getting involved that really make our community special. You know, it's really important to try and see something that's good and support it in some way if you can. It's really a neat thing, this family room at Ventura County Medical Center.
And I've heard about the Ronald McDonald House for a good portion of my life. I remember, if my memory is clear, that one of the things the McDonald's Foundation saw was there's a lot of parents that have to take their kids for some kind of treatment. And sometimes it's as serious as it could possibly be. Now they would get separated. So they came up with these Ronald McDonald houses so the parents could stay near the hospital. Now we have it at the hospital, and it's getting so much more convenient for the families to be together. Because one of the biggest things, you remember hospitals from the old days, you had 2 beds in a room, they pulled that curtain, you scooted up as many chairs as you could, and awkwardly looked at the person and gave your love of family and friends to them. These Ronald McDonald rooms and what they have at the new hospital, it's off the charts. They're all individual rooms. Everybody's comfortable. They have fold-out beds, couches. I mean, they make it very, very much like a home. And like you say, to have the hospital match up with Ronald McDonald and the McDonald's Foundation, and to take a little bit of the financial load off of people, this is a win-win situation. So the walk would be something fun to participate, knowing that this is in our very own community.
And this family room is scheduled to open in 2020. So next year, our goal is to try and raise $125,000, and that will help local families caring for that child with a serious injury or illness. But 100% of the proceeds, 100% of the funds, 100% from this walk on April 7th will go toward this family room at the Ventura County Medical Center. So definitely can get more information at walkforkids.org. One of the fun things about this walk, it's a 5K, and it's a fun, family-friendly 5K. So you can donate money to it if you want, or just sign up if you want. One of the fun things they're doing is you can get a team. And you can pick a goal, whatever amount you want to raise, and then tell people about it and try and get them to either sponsor you or join and create their own team. So it's kind of a fun little thing. It all takes place on April 7th, Sunday, and #Walk for Kids is what this is being called. Really a neat thing. I think I'm going to get a team, Spence.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
And I think everybody can do that, and that is walk. You know, that's the one. When you get into 5 and 10Ks, the run, some people, I don't know if I can do that. But everybody can go for a nice walk. That will probably take 50 minutes to an hour. You get to chat with your team, chat with your family, meet new people. Runs and walks are some of the best social activities we have anywhere. And in this county, it's a nice way to get out there, help a cause, meet some people, get a little sunshine, and enjoy. So I would also say for the McDonald's folks, I have read very, very good things about how the money is distributed, and they are one of the most open and, if you may say, cleanest charities there is. When you give money towards this, it definitely goes towards the cause. So thumbs up to McDonald's, CMH, and all of the people here that are trying to get this beautiful room opening when?
In 2020, next year. year.
Yeah, next year. So got to raise funds, folks, and let's get it together. And maybe we could have I'm free Sundays, so we could go out there and maybe we could just do a team with us here on the Sunday, the Big Idea program, the Big Idea team.
Yeah, maybe we'll look for more information about that. We'll put it on our Facebook page, but you can get more information, get your own team, volunteer to help out, or sponsor. walk4kids.org is where you can go for more information. Keep your eye on that. And that's all the time we have for our show today on The Big Idea. A big thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Boyd & Associates, the largest family-owned security company in Southern California, established in 1967. For your home and business security needs, visit boydsecurity.com or call 805-650-3267. Again, that's visit boydsecurity.com. Have a wonderful week, and we look forward to catching time with you again next week here on The Big Idea, Sundays at 8 a.m. on News Talk 1590 KVTA. Are you currently being treated for type 1 or type 2 diabetes? If so, you may qualify for a clinical study at Coastal Metabolic Research Center located in Ventura. All study-related medications and glucose monitoring will be provided at no cost to you. Studies include compensation for your time and travel. Please contact 805-658-8460 for more information. That's 805-658-8460 for more information.
Do you ever question if your investments are right for you? Do you own any annuities, retirement accounts, or have other money you want help with? Have you ever wondered what your advisor is making or how they get paid? Get a free second opinion. Talk with Michael Anderson, certified financial planner. Call his answering service today, 805-665-3767. Leave a message and get a call back immediately. 805-665-3767